Hey, I'm here again. Welcome back to our podcast. So, today's podcast where we explore the rich layer of your or our birth chart, one planet, one placement at a time. So, I'm your host, Mystic Mystic Moon Mother, also known as the Phoenix Priestess. But yeah, that will guide you to the cosmos. So today we're unpacking a fascinating combination of Jupiter in Taurus at the potent 28 degree setting in the 7th house of partnership. If you or someone you love has this placement, you're in for a journey into expansive relationships, steadfast values, and a deeply rooted sense of connection. Let's dig in. So let's start by getting grounded quite literally with a Jupiter in Taurus. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, wisdom, and abundance. Wherever Jupiter lands in your chart, it magnifies and blesses, but also tests through excess or overindulgence. Taurus, on the other hand, is the earthest of earth signs. It values stability, comfort, sensuality, and patience. So, what happens when you put the planet of growth into the sign of the slow, sensual builder? You get what I call the expansive gardener. These individuals grow through consistency, through building something over time, whether it's a business, a relationship, or a home. Jupiter in Taurus isn't flashy. It's about quiet abundance, tangible wealth, and deeply embodied joy. Think of someone who thrives when life is beautiful, secure, and aligned with their core values. They don't just want success. They want sustainable success and they want to share it, which brings us to the next layer, the house it lands in. The 7th house, the mirror of relationship. The 7th house in astrology governs partnership, both romantic and business related, but also our contract, commitments, and even open enemies. It's the house where we seek balance and often a mirror to ourselves. When Jupiter is in the 7th house, relationships become a huge area of growth. Love teaches us, commitment expands us, and partners reflect our own capacity to evolve. But in Taurus, this goes a step deeper, a step deeper. You don't just want any partnership. You want the one that is grounded, sensual, loyal, and dependable. These individuals often attract or are attracted to partners who are steady, resourceful, and practical. And the deeper the commitment, the more they grow. So if you have this placement, think of your partner as a spiritual teachers, helping you to cultivate patience, value alignment, and perhaps even financial abundance. Let's talk about the 28 degree. In astrology, the 28 degree is known as an anaretic or critical degree, especially in fixed signs like Taurus. It often signifies a karmic crescendo, almost like you've been through lifetimes learning these lessons and now it's time to master them. With Jupiter at 28 degrees in Taurus, you may feel a sense of urgency around your growth through relationships and values. There could be intensity in your partnerships, not drama, but pressure to get it right. You might attract fated relationship or encountered major life lessons through commitment. There's a sense of soul level purpose here. You're meant to build something lasting, something beautiful, and something that teaches you and others about love, trust, and value. Also, because it's so close to the 29 degree, the final stretch of Taurus, there's often a sense of closure or evolution. You may feel like you're ready to master partnership in a way that few others can. Um, let's dive into the gifts and the potential pitfalls of this placement. Strength. You likely exude calm, grounded energy in relationships, making you a rock for others. You may attract wealthy or stable partners or create wealth through partnerships. You're loyal, dependable, and your word is your bond. Beauty, luxury, and shared values are important, and you know how to build a life around them. Challenges, sometimes there's a tendency to stay in a relationships too long out of comfort. You may fear instability so much that you avoid necessary change. There's a risk of materialism, valuing security over true emotional connection. And with the 28th degree, there's potential pressure to get it perfect, which can create anxiety or control issues in love. But remember, with Jupiter here, your higher self is calling you toward wisdom. Through connection, you grow by engaging with others, not retreating from them. So let's humanize this placement with examples. While exact degree matches are rare, there are public figures with Jupiter in Taurus on the seventh house who models this energy. I only have one. David Beckham has a Jupiter in Taurus, and his long-lasting relationship with Victoria Beckham shows that sensuality and loyalty can indeed coexist. You may not be in the public eye like they are, but if you have Jupiter in Taurus at 28 degrees in the seventh house, your relationship are your legacy. So, what can you do with this placement? Here are some spiritual and practical practices for activating Jupiter in Taurus in the seventh. Value checks-ins. Regular revisit your core values, especially with your partner. Are you still aligned? Beauty rituals. Create sacred spaces that reflect the harmony and beauty you crave. Taurus energy thrives in beautiful environments. Partnership vision board. With Taurus Venusian influence, visualizing your ideal relationship or collaboration can magnetize it. Financial partnership. Consider how money and resources are shared in your partnerships. This is a house of contracts after all. Affirmations. Try this one. Through love, I expand into my highest values. Through stability, I grow into my full potential. So here's are the top career teams for this placement. Partnership-based professions like business partnerships, entrepreneurship with a trusted partner or co-founder, client-focused roles, think legal professions, lawyers, mediators, therapists, or financial advisor where one-on-one interaction drives success, diplomacy or negotiation, excellent at creating win-to-win scenarios, especially in high-stakes environments. Finance and wealth building, investment management, wealth advising, real estate or banking, especially in roles requiring trust and discretion. Jupiter brings abundance in Taurus rules money. This is a highly fertile combo for generating and growing wealth. Luxury and aesthetic industries, careers in fashion, interior design, art curation, or luxury brand management. Venus rules Taurus, so there's a strong affinity for beauty, refinement, and high quality materials. Relationship based industries, matchmaking, couple therapy, or wedding planning. The seventh house loves connection, and Taurus makes it lasting and pleasurable. Public relations or influencer management, where partnerships with brands or public figures are central. Legal and contractual work, strong potential for success in law, contract, negotiation, mediation, or diplomatic services. You may excel at finding fair, grounded solutions that prioritize long-term benefits. Other influential career indicators is mentorship and guidance roles. With Jupiter's wisdom and seventh house interpersonal focus, you may thrive in coaching, consulting, or leadership positions that involve mentoring others. Creative collaboration, especially where art, food, fashion, or music is involved. Taurus gives a sensory appreciation and Jupiter expands creativity. Real estate or property partnerships. Taurus is associated with land and property, and the seventh house makes joint ventures lucrative. With the 28-degree influence, you may feel a karmic calling to master themes of fairness, value, and mutual growth. There's often late blooming or accelerated mastery. You might enter your ideal career path after years of refining what partnership and value mean to you. Success tends to come through commitment and integrity. Relationships are not distraction, they are catalysts. So, yes, that's a wrap up on today's deep dive into Jupiter in Taurus at the 28th degree in the 7th house. If this is your placement, remember, you're here to grow through grounded love. You're not chasing fairy tales, you're building something lasting, beautiful, and aligned. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe, leave a review, and share it with our astro-loving friends. And until next time, keep expanding and keep aligning.